Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Let's take you really behind the scenes. So during one of the Hollywood Outsiders today in the show, we were telling you about Star Wars, the original movie being in theaters in 2027 to celebrate the 50th anniversary, of Star Wars in theaters. And Sam, right after the Hollywood Outsider was over, you said, like, under your breath, I didn't even tell you all the stuff that would blow your mind, all the geek stuff.
All the nerdy stuff.
So that's what I want to do here. What is there to know, since you're the Star Wars person?
Are you going to watch it then?
I mean, no.
The nerdy stuff is, and I kind of explained this in The Outsider, is that George Lucas made the film in 1977. He actually invented some of the technology for the special effects.
Okay.
Green screen stuff and all that, and little miniature models and all that. So he used what he had at the time.
Which was not much.
As years went on and we get CGI and other stuff, he's like, well, I really wanted to do this to the original movie, so I'm going to take some of this new technology and add stuff to the original movie. So if you watch the original, it's like there's a scene where they drive up to the cantina.
Yeah.
I know you're not familiar with it, but you know the one where,
I know
Obi-Wan
the
is
song.
messing with the stormtroopers, like, these are not the droids you're looking for. These are in the stormtrooper. So there's a scene there where they just drive up in the movie.
Okay.
When you watch the new movie, there's all kind of different looking creatures that are walking around while they're driving up. And it's like, that
He
wasn't
wanted
there.
to add that.
Yeah. The original movie, he did not have Jabba the Hutt. The redone version, they went and computer added Jabba to a scene where they're, Han is trying
I feel like I remember hearing about this.
Right.
Does it look computerized?
Not really.
So
It's just, if you saw the original and you're a nerd like me,
Yeah.
you would
this
wasn't
out
here.
this.
This
Yeah.
wasn't here.
Okay.
This wasn't here. And the big one, I guess, for us nerds, is in the cantina, there was always this question of who shot first. Was it?
This is what this is? I've heard this before. I just
I'm
didn't
losing
know.
cool points as every word here. Ladies, listen up. I am normal.
Is that the cantina?
That's the cantina. There was a scene where Greedo, who's a bounty hunter, sits down with Han Solo at a table, and he's like,
Okay.
you owe Jabba some money. And he's like, hey, man, I got this fare, and we're going to go make the money, and I'm going to pay Jabba. And so
I'm
under
trying
the
to hang
table,
on here.
under the table, they're both holding guns at each other.
Oh.
And in the original, Han shot Greedo. It's always been one of these Star
Who
Wars
shot
nerds
first?
questions. Who shot first?
Oh.
In the original, Han shot. But later on, when George messed with it, he messed with it somehow.
Well, he's the one who would know since he
that
made
Greedo
all of this.
shot. Yeah.
Okay.
Why change that?
He's not changing it. He's saying this is the way it was, right?
Maybe it's because, Hans turns out to be a good guy.
Maybe he just wants to stir the pot.
Who knows? Yeah.
Well,
It didn't change the plot of the movie. It just changed the rumors.
Yeah, for like a split second. And nobody,
Okay.
I didn't watch the movie again and go, oh, my God. Oh.
you have to know what's so funny about this to me. As soon as we did the Hollywood Outsider, and it was just like, the movie's going to be in theaters in 2027. Everybody's going to come out to see it, on the big screen, blah, blah, blah. Remastered, but still the original movie.
Supposedly the original, yes.
And that was just all that we put in there. And when you said that afterward, I thought that's where I want to go because I am not a Star Wars person. I have no idea what you're talking about. But I do understand that.
Yeah.
Because we all have things that we can just really lose ourselves in that check boxes for you. And you know that one of them for me is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I have to make myself take breaks from that. It is my comfort show. Like, I want to put it on when I'm cleaning the house.
The thing is,
I want to
though,
listen to it,
for us, for nerds like us, Game of Thrones, but
I know it through and through.
yeah, but there's stuff that's even deeper that you don't know. It's the same way with the Star Wars universe.
You're right.
He's created in his head planets and names of characters that
It could go on and on.
They come up and you go, who is that? And then
Yeah.
I'm used to the original movies and knowing those people.
Okay.
And then as these 9 movies go on, and there's just stuff all over the place. So even as a nerd, you can get lost in it.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is I do understand it.
But with Star Wars, I mean, really, I guess the purist just focused on the movies then, and that's it. Not really all the ancillary series that came out of Disney and all that.
With me, it's like I've seen both of the original version and the one with all the stuff added, and it didn't do anything for me. It's just when you see it, you go, "Oh,
You're very hard to please,
That's
though.
definitely a CGI thing, and that didn't exist in the '70s."
But I mean, like if you're a Star Wars purist, are you more about the movies than you are like all the Baby Yoda offshoots and those kinds of things? Today it keeps the franchise alive. But
I kind of am. It's just like those original 3 movies were the movies.
Yeah.
And then when they came out with 1, 2, and 3, it's like,
the prequels.
And then they came out with 7, 8, and 9. I was like,
So it's nothing. There's nothing like the first time for you. There's nothing like the original feeling it gave you. You might be chasing that, but you're never going to get it again.
But to me, movies like the Han Solo standalone and Rogue One and even the Mandalorian with Baby Yoda,
right? That's what I can think of the name.
Feels old. It has that old.
They're trying
look.
to give you that.
And to me, that's like, oh, good, I'm back in the comfortable place.
But they're trying to keep the same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I love that you explained it. I mean, for any Star Wars buff, I think that's cool that you know that. I wouldn't have that information because I'm not into it.
The one thing that I want to see, and this is really super nerdy, I guess, is when he made the original movie, it was, all the green screen. So it's like they have these fighters in space flying and all this stuff. And if you watch the original, like a video or a DVD even of the original movie, as these things are flying through space, you can see like little squares around them. It's like very faint. I guess it's how they masked out the green screen or whatever.
Oh.
And they're very, very faint, and they don't detract from the movie. It's just
you can see them.
You go, oh, look, that's how they do. So I'm curious to see when they remaster it if all that stuff goes away.
I can imagine them doing that because he may want to keep the original things intact in general, but if you've got the AI ability to clean that up so that it maintains the experience, I'd remove it.
I would too. Yeah, use modern technology.
Here's the thing too. If he were to put the original unaltered movie up on a big screen today in the high def screens that we have in theaters, it's not going to look the same as it did back in the 70s with film. So. Yeah, it would be a smart move.
And by the way, if you really, really want to get in, I know this is not for you, Jody, but there is an Industrial Light and Magic. It's either a docuseries or a documentary that came out a couple of years ago.
I remember you telling us about it.
That goes into, it didn't exist. So we put all these people together and we in a warehouse and we started building models, and they're showing these things, and it's like, oh my God, I thought that was a whole nother planet. And it's something on a 4x8 piece of plywood in a shed, You
have to really be into something, a series or a story or a world. You have to really be into it to want the behind the scenes, and for the behind the scenes to still not ruin the experience for you. One tiny example, it's not the technical, because I don't get excited about technical stuff, even though I found it interesting the way they created the dragons and Daenerys riding the dragon. That's all. She was doing that in front of a green screen, and that was simulated for her. And I don't really need to see that, but I was like, the first time while I was still watching the show, Murphy, like on Sunday nights, remember I would shut the door and like, don't bother me, I'm in Westeros. The first time I had ever heard that some of the set designers would go to Costco and buy the rugs that look like, animal fur. And that's what Jon Snow would have draped over him. It was like, hold on, let me see that again. All of a sudden, I was watching it with a different sort of eye, but it did not spoil it. If you're a true fan of something, you want to immerse yourself in the world of it.
You want to see how it's made. And
I think that there are two different schools there, though. I think that if you're a Game of Thrones fanatic and you're deep into the story, and because I'm sure Star Wars is the same thing with lots of podcasts where you go really deep into the storytelling, where you really go deep into the universe. Not so much about the the making of it, but just that's where you are, Jodi. When you have conversation with our daughters about Game of Thrones, it's the story of the characters and how they interact and all that kind of depth.
Yeah, these people are real to us,
right? And so to me, behind the scenes is a different thing. Doesn't mean somebody who can't enjoy both. But I do think that even if you're not a fan of Star Wars or Game of Thrones, but you like the behind the scenes stuff, which is what's appealing to me, then you can go there and enjoy it that way. It's just it depends on how your brain's wired. Although I don't know that it necessarily ruins it for me. But what's weird is any show that I'm watching, if I don't get like so lost in the plot, I'm noticing those kinds of things.
Oh, Murphy's
it's just
wired that
weird.
way.
That's just the way my brain tends to work.
There are things I see like that, and it's like, how do they do that? Is that CGI or
Murphy
is that
could
real?
know nothing about a show or a movie and still want to know the behind the scenes. He's the take everything apart person and wants to know the guts of it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, Sam, the first time you told the story about when Star Wars, that the laser sound was them hitting wires out on a big tower in a field, that's how they captured that sort of sound, to get their lasers. That's cool to me.
That guy, and I think they even have a documentary on all the sound effects.
Oh, just on the sound?
He got, like for Chewbacca, he combined a lion and an alligator and a this and
that makes sense.
But he combined like 4 things.
That's cool.
To make
make something that sounds like a beast that we've never heard before.
Right. Or the sound of one of their spaceships flying away. Well, he got, this fan that he had and then this sparking thing that he had. And, and it's like, there it is. And then when you hear, you watch him put it together and it's like, And then you see the movie and it's like, oh my God. How did he do that?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
I just love it.
One of the things about Game of Thrones, I don't know if you've seen all the behind the scenes on that.
Not all.
And a lot of those humongous spectacle movies are using it now, but they've got a green, it's not just a green screen anymore. It's like a green everything. And I know Game of Thrones especially used it.
Yeah, they had to.
Like they're out in the snow. Well, it's like they put all that up on the screen and it looks completely real and they're acting in front of it. It's not like something they added after the fact. It's like, let's put it up there and then let's go. Turn the fans on and we're in the snow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you got to watch that. I mean, it's like a whole movie soundstage that's just a green thing.
I'm glad that you're willing to talk about the behind the scenes and all the extra stuff you know about Star Wars. I mean, if you love something, so be it. Like, do not ever be ashamed of your guilty pleasure sort of thing. Right. And I bring it up also because Murphy has one, and I know this because we've been married for a long time, and you don't really usually get into or carried away with series or shows, but lately Murphy is saying, I'll work later. Let's watch another episode. And that's Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. So I know when the behind the scenes comes after all of this, in the new year, it's done and we get all the how they did the upside down stuff. You're going to be all over it.
Yeah, I'm fascinated
Murphy.
by that. But you're right. There are very few shows that I lose myself in. Mm-hmm. But that one, just the plot and the twist and everything they're doing is just genius. To me, it's like nothing that's been done before.
It's true.
And so it's easy for me to get lost in that. And I don't think that behind the scenes will spoil it for me, but I don't want to go there until I'm done with the series. No. But it's crazy about I don't know that there's ever been a series that paused for 4 years before it came back to do its final season just because of all the things, COVID and the strike and then just the prep work, necessary for them to get the characters back together. Yeah. And so it's crazy to me that from the very first episode back in, I was right back there. Now I'm a little bit lost. I needed to go back and watch the episodes that the Duffer Brothers recommended you watch. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think I'm still going to have to go back and watch those again. We'll finish the ones that we're watching now for the start of season 5, and then
we're
do
in
that
the last
Christmas.
episode, but we just haven't.
It's but it sucked me right back in. It is just so well told, and you like the characters, and it's the perfect balance of the scary with the funny, and then of course if you're a child of the 80s, then you absolutely relate to a lot of the different things that are that are in there. That makes it fun too. So you got that element.
We have 40 minutes left of the 4th episode of what's already dropped right now. And I totally want to go back and watch just the trap. The Turnbow Trap is what the episode is called, but what the trap is once you see the scene. Yeah. And I got to go back and watch that again. It was so cool. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm talking about, Sam? Mm-hmm. So anyway.
I've started watching all 4 again. I'm about halfway through the first one just because it's like, okay, what did you miss?
Yeah.
Correct.
And just to touch on that first episode, that was like a CGI Will at the beginning, wasn't it?
I think so, because they went back.
Yeah.
They had to go back to him from when he was first, abducted.
Right.
So, I think it was a CGI Will.
Because looking at him, it's like he doesn't look really like Will, but he kind of does.
No, there's a CGI Winona Ryder in the 4th episode when they go back to 1950, whatever, or it's her mother or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know that they're necessarily trying to fool. I don't know what they were trying to do there in that initial flashback, what that twist is. Maybe they'll explain that at some point because
maybe they didn't film it when they needed to when he was young, and they realized they needed it, like writers.
Before they realized this series was going to take off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Their behind the scenes is not just technical. Their behind the scenes is, and I read this somewhere, that they were told, no, this is too weird by every other network until Netflix said, okay, we'll give you a shot. Like Stranger Things almost never happened because they were told, no, this is too strange, too weird. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking the world cares. You just never know.
Yeah.
So it's really been fun for me, Murphy. You have to know that, even though I was like, I know I'm the one that shut it down last night. We had 40 minutes to go, and I'm like, I have to go to bed. I said, you can watch the rest of it without me if you want to. He was like, 5 more minutes.
I mean, look what 11's about to do. We can't stop right now.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.